Today, I
Yeah?
would like to talk
Because you come
about
away already, Korean.
iammarwa
You know what Korean
and
after?
breakup
Yeah,
troubles,
somebody across me now, so let me
break
get the break
up
for last
and
week.
my
The break shut
thoughts
down. I know so they
and
come
the
away first.
breakup. So
All right then, thanks. That's bye.
I would
Wise.
like to say that
Can you come give me
we
money,
have
which
to
I
be
don't buy
very
the bread for you.
careful in
I totally
choosing
forget about
our
him.
partners when we are
No,
getting into a
because what we're
relationship.
ready, no,
We
when
have
we're
to
ready
be
stickers,
very
I may get target
careful
them buy the sticker again. Now we're wanting ready stickers.
in choosing the
Yeah, we're ready
partner that we
party, so
choose it.
we're black
And
dress,
when
we
we
put red
choose
sticker plus
partners,
it
we
as
must
white.
make sure
What
that
is free,
it is because of love, and it is because of love, and it is because not because of what we can gain. What we can gain from the relationship should not be the fourth and foremost reason why we start a relationship. The foundation of it
Yeah,
have
but
to
we're
be
not going
love
nowhere. That's the
and
thing.
respect.
We're not weird. We're not going
And
nowhere.
so this you may say you have cancer.
But we come in and talk it.
Mm.
Will you follow Auntie Carol and Mark?
Hello?
What if you just make a woman dead? I'm all one just
Hello?
take out my clothes, you know. You and them?
Put them up where you are where? What you talk about?
Them your card, but not different of just a black dress. Them type of stickers here, them here, me at top. Oh, those real well with the charges. I don't know what those are. Them are real with dress.
Me there with
Tell her,
you know.
You can't find it properly.
Them
Charges
Then
will
let
go.
them not leave them.
Skirt I use, short I use, everything I use. And they tell me I use straight and you see them stickers, you see them for your foot?
Yeah.
But they tell them here to say it's a slide, but it's not the style with a call slide. So them same one. But it's not come out. See them can this see them there for the design them one there look strong. Next year you have one of them stickers there, so I'm doing one.
Yeah, them
One
they
of
can
them
wear.
stickers there. They wear the long dress. I will go. There's a flat, it's like a little hump. Right. So when with the tall dress, any tall dress you wear. Whether the wide looking one them,
Yeah, I can't wear
or the thin down one them. Them stickers there.
Are the square front one?
Square
then?
front one, any one them
Yeah.
carry.
Yeah, them
Sorry,
they
boys.
can't, yeah, them
Sorry,
they
bird
can't,
sell them.
yeah, them they
Sorry,
can't
bird
wear
sell them
with
on a
it.
sheet and one next
Yeah, me never problem with them.
the brand. Hermes.
Hermes.
Right, but them brand there, them they wear with them tall dress. So when I say that, I say, them there. Them there, I'm weird. You can't go to that too.
Hermes favorite idiot, but I'm selling belt for $2.
All right, so them they told the expensive
Hermes
price.
favorite idiot.
Yeah, so when I buy them brand.
Thousand US.
So
Yeah. $1,000 US, also was a $700 jewelry.
It must be crazy.
One was a $700 Hermes.
Not buying it.
So what people them do now, when Hermes are sale, then what's the come like $200 and buy it. They're expensive.
Very expensive.
I work for Crystal.
So Lustra, now me show you now,
Yeah.
then they can buy and they want them on Amazon.
Again.
I come never remember the name of Hermes.
Yeah, me never mind them
And
stuff
important
size.
announcement necessary and it's important for me to release.
Remember say she try to come off with them brand enough.
Yeah,
She
said
they try to come up with them brand but come up with a
feel
but we're them
the
she
best
one
way
day.
possible
I tell you.
through this video to be able to move forward.
Yes, she
I want to formally explain why
she
I left Kenya,
I told them
what
about
led
it
me
with
to
them
it,
man.
why I didn't give any explanations about
Me I can't watch the fire now, come back from
today.
she.
I want to publicly
One stop,
announce that Marwa and I are separated. I am very grateful for my relationship with Marwa because it gave me Maisha, our son. When I left Kenya, I didn't say a word, at least in social media, because I didn't want to make a lot of noise about it. I wanted to be able to live at peace.
So this is a video that she made.
I wanted to be able to process.
This is a video that she made about she and iammarwa break up, and the YouTube streets are going wild with the reactors giving their views and the breakup and why it was they knew it wasn't gonna last and what they think about the relationship and why the relationship was not a genuine relationship, who was a gold digger, who was passport bros, who was why they so listen.
Everything that was happening more in an intimate way and not with all the voices from the outside. If me or Marwa would have said something about it. It wasn't an easy decision. It really took me a lot of time, a lot of months, a lot of second chances, a lot of forgiveness, a lot of pride. And even though I needed to make this decision of parting, because I couldn't take it anymore, but at the same time it was extremely painful, and I
Cut it and
needed
bring it
to.
up, do what I'm doing. And she not really trying to know with money. She kind of expensive, but she's
And
good.
things
She's
were
creative. That's what I
getting
like with her.
worse. And
No,
I
Got the close financial and want to have
if I
finance. I say,
had
but
to
you know,
be
easy. And she say,
extremely
can't even have this
honest,
car and say, come for you.
so Rosia is from Argentina and iammarwa is from Kenya, Africa. They met in Mexico. He's always talking about finding a white woman to get married to. That his preference of finding a white woman to get married to. So he met this woman in Mexico. He was there in Mexico and he met her there. And for a week, she met her. Well, in Mexico, he met her there for a week and they started to correspond and talk. And when he came back to Kenya, they correspond and talk. And then he was having a house open. If you look at this video, if you look at this video, if you look at watch his page and you look at this video, you will see that he has a big mansion because he's a big YouTuber. He has about 583 or 84 subscribers. iammarwa have about 584,000 subscribers. So he's a big traveler. He's a big YouTuber and he travels about 70 or 80 countries in the world. So he has money and he's from a place in Africa known as Kenya, in a district, in a little village called Nabahanse. Is that
didn't say no? I got Jaden recital. And put on something in and I said the something looks so nice.
Yes. So what happened? You can follow, you can go and you see in the description and the title, you can type in his name and her name and watch their YouTube channel and see the big disgrace that is taking place on the YouTube streets. The YouTube street. I watch iammarwa. I used to watch him, I get motivated from, seeing how he works. And, from these YouTubers, I look up to them as a role model. I look up to these YouTubers as a role model. And to see this big disgrace now, it made me feel so bad what is happening. And guess what? You have some negative reactors that react to people's video saying some bad things about iammarwa, saying some bad things about Rosia and so forth. So what happened? So what happened? I believe What
But
happened
then they
when
look to
they
them
get
type of
together?
style there,
They didn't
any
get time to know
hard
each
they
other.
wear.
Remember, he's
They
a
just
black
come off
man.
good.
Remember, he's a
Any
black
tall
man
dress.
from
And so when
Kenya,
them do nowadays,
Africa.
wear them anklet.
Kenya have different cultures.
One
African men
and
have different
jump on
cultures.
one.
They believe in
nice.
more than one
Now forget
wife.
Simone.
They believe that women are supposed to be subjective. They believe that when a woman is giving birth, they believe that when a woman should be giving birth, the man should not be around. So there are other culture shocks. So you pick up, you go and you meet this Western woman that don't believe in polygamy. She don't believe in having a husband. Western women don't believe in having a husband, having more than one wife. And she believe that if she's giving birth, her husband's supposed to be there to witness the childbirth. She believe in. So the Western culture is far different from an African culture. So when what they need to do, they should have spent time to get to know each other. They came into the relationship too quick, and by the time they get together, she got pregnant. And it's during the pregnancy, when a woman gets pregnant, she's going through a lot of different hormones and change. So you can imagine just meet a man and 1 week you meet the man, and then you come and live with the man, and you get pregnant. You didn't know nothing about this man in the space of 1 week. You know the man, you come and live with him, and when you live with him in the space of that, you get pregnant, and then you're getting to know each other. Then baby come in, pregnancy come in, the woman's hormone change, and then as an African man, he don't understand. He's thinking that she's just being ridiculous and she's just being selfish, and she is not understanding what a woman go through as a pregnant woman. So all of these clash, two different cultures clash together, and during the pregnancy it break up the relationship. It break up the relationship. So yes, Anik, we'll talk later. We'll talk later. So this is, so is my little 2 cents on it. I am saying that I don't think they get time to know each other. I think the relationship was a rush. I think they should have get enough time to know each other before she even get pregnant.
So that's what he wanted.
I think they should have spent time to understand the culture. She should have spent time to understand as an African man what his culture, what is his belief, and he should have get to know her, what is her culture and what is her belief, so they can compromise. They don't expect somebody to change their culture for you, and you don't expect somebody to change their culture for you. So it was a culture shock. It was a culture shock for two of them, and that caused the relationship to go down. So that was what caused the relationship to go down. And there's a big scandal. Let me go into it. Big scandal on the road.
I think a lot of women will relate with me that a woman never lives from one day to another out of nowhere. I think a woman never lives without first trying to explain, to express herself, to express her needs, to try to make it work, to try to make it better, to try. And I'm going to say this because this is something that happened in a lot of relationships where this is actually the moment where men are not really able or open to fully understand us, to fully listen to us, to fully hear us. And this is the moment where we are the most misunderstood. This is the moment when we are called names like either you're crazy, you complain all the time, nothing satisfies you, you're so hard to please, I work so hard and you don't see, you're ungrateful. And the list goes on, right? But it's very important because we always tried to give it a twist. We try to make it work, especially when there is a child involved, like in my case. Then it comes a time when we, and then from the masculine side is out of nowhere for them. And this is something that happens a lot, not just in my case. I think also in previous relationship I experienced a little bit
Oh,
of that.
Nika, you're not the newbie on
And
my
I know it's a
channel.
very common thing.
Why did you
My
say that?
relationship with Marwa was a very extreme
No, you didn't ask him first. You asked him to ask me.
I think I expressed and I
We
shared
already
the
know how we
story
feel, right?
multiple times that when I met him, I was really praying
So how what
to
we do it?
meet
Julie,
my
Daphne?
future husband, the father of my children, and I was ready to commit for a very serious relationship. But I was living in a place full of men and travelers. Me was a traveler, and I'm very used to say hello and say goodbye very often. I was living in a place where
Mine's the driver, so I want
people
to
were
taste more
just
than bread.
having a good time, you know?
That is true.
So this is
Staying for
where
very short
Russia
time,
announced her
and
breakup
then
with her
so
baby father.
I
This
think
is where she
maybe that
announced on
place
YouTube
wasn't the
the
best
breakup of her
place
baby
to
father.
find a very serious relationship, but it's not really the case for everyone.
This
In
is
my
her
case, I found
name.
it.
You can follow
We
her.
didn't had a lot of time to get to know each other. That's why it was just to surrender and to trust that things could work. Before a period of meeting people that were ready to say goodbye,
No, I'm not. No. What's up? I see you're calling my phone. No. That cannot be as time to my name. To me. Oh really? Oh really? After the fact? Yes. After the fact. I said after the fact.
So this is iammarwa.
After the fact?
too many things going to the internet or are in the internet and caught me off guard. So first I received a call from a friend who told me, "Marwa, have you seen what Rocio has posted?" I said, "What are you talking about?" Who told me, "Marwa, have you seen what
Oh, he's coming
Rocio
now.
has posted?" I said,
So this is iammarwa's reaction to Russia's
and I went there.
breakup
Before even I
video.
reached there, who told me, "Marwa, have you seen what Rocio has posted?" I said, "What are you talking about?" Just go and see. And I went there. Before even I reached there, I told me, "Marwa, have you seen what Rocio has posted?" I said, "What are you talking about?" Just go and see. And I went there. Before even I reached there, I told me, "Marwa, have you seen what Rocio has posted?" I said, "What are you talking about?" Just go and see. And I went there. Before even I reached there, I told me, "Marwa, have you seen what Rocio has posted?" I said, "What are you talking about?" Just go and see. And I went there. Before even I reached there, I
So a favorite memory from your childhood. What's a favorite memory from my childhood? So this is the iammarwa's reaction to Russia's video of the breakup. You can watch their channel.
I mean, like a tea, or like a tea, get you. I just not know where you can force them with the yeah. Many diamonds without even a single son. We should all happy as a family. Take pride in it and keep praying for me to do each day. I will never forget whoever I met on this side, my people. But then I will only forgive my son. When it comes to relationships, love, and all these things, in the big wide relationships, you cannot force anybody to be in it. You have to be in there willingly. I mean, this marriage willingly. Devil worship us. God is judge you forever. What?
So these are what their negative reactors are saying. These are what they. So the streets of YouTube are running wild.
I see.
They are running wild about the breakup.
We have to do our reaction because why not? Mambo Jumbo, my lovely people, welcome back to yet another reaction video of today, being the 17th of March 2026. New subscribers, what a one. Like, honestly, where have you been? Thank you so much for joining this amazing, wonderful family right here on Ultra.
So the streets of YouTube are going wild now because the iammarwa and because of the breakup. So guys, iammarwa and the mango, his sister, were very, I follow them because I admire their resilience. I admire how hard they work, their resilience, and they go for what they want. But also, my reaction to this is that we can judge people for who they prefer, what race they prefer. If you don't prefer your own race and you want another race, that is your preference. But one thing we should know, whatever race we choose our partners in, we should make sure that whatever race we choose to fall in love, to be our wife, our husband, we should make sure that the foundation of it is based off of love and respect, not based off of material things, not based off I want to marry this international person because I can get to go to abroad, I can get an international passport, I want to have white kids, I want to have mixed kids. It should not be based off of that. And this, when you look at it, watching some videos and I see this breakup, I'm saying in every relationship you have interracial relationships that work well, and you have some of these interracial relationships don't work good. And why does some interracial relationship work? It's because they try to compromise to know each other's culture and to compromise and to try to get to know the other person's culture, and the person get to know the other person and accept. But if you're gonna force your culture on another person and want that person to abandon their culture and come over, and you're gonna do it forcibly, then it's not gonna work. It have to, so going into having a relationship where you have the same race is easier. But if you are going into a relationship where international relationship, we are gonna come up on a lot of culture shock. Food, lifestyle, Western culture is different from African culture. So you have to be very careful and be open-minded to take risks, to compromise, to look on what the foundation of the relationship is all about. And I don't think these things were taken into consideration because when you rush the relationship and you don't get to know the person, you rush the relationship and you don't get time to spend to know the person before you think about even having sex or even think about having kids, then this is where it lies. I don't think they get enough time to understand who they are and what they want together, what they want. They didn't get time to understand. She didn't get time to understand his culture, and he didn't get to understand her culture, and they never come to a compromise because African men expect women to submit. African men expect a woman coming to the relationship to submit. But it's not so with the Western woman. Western culture, you're free. It after Western culture saying compromise. Come together and compromise. Do you?
Yeah, that's what I was asked about, but you know, just going there. From January.
We have to send paper, Julie?
Right.
Yeah, send print, Julie? You send print?
I want to.
No, man, go ahead, man.
I want to.
That's the one. No. One was done the other day.
Have more?
But me not tell you say not to rush for your, you don't have to rush to rush. I should make like a rush there sometimes. I said that I was at somebody, so I have to wait. So I can't rush right.
two.
Every time we go up there, no matter how late, she's still bigger than us.
No, 212.
Always bigger than us.
No, 122.
She opened the secret. Okay.
Them two there.
So, guys, as I was saying, that we need to be careful of the type of relationships we go in, and we should look into ourselves, you know.
122. No, I'm talking in the evening. Because I'm going to cook on that. When in the evening? From Everton Street, I'm happy. My aunt, Everton Street.
Why not try and drop it down there? Why you must, you know me have to do what I have to do.
Who that? Today when I come back, man, just believe, eh?
You say stop watch football. You say yesterday. Oh, yeah, come back. That's all right.
I check that man, Julie, check that. The boy I did.
You don't know you know married to a footballer. You need to marry to a footballer, man.
You say stop watch football.
I said, we leave 7, he said, we leave 7 at the time. She come now. Alright, she'll come in our tea. Downstairs.
Hello? Anywhere, okay. Mm-hmm. You develop. Um, it is 5769. You write it down? 5769.2. Yeah. There's a possibility. Where is it?
What are your thoughts, guys? What are your thoughts? Do you believe I would share some of the things, share some things that you know can make a relationship last longer? Share some things that you know that can make a relationship last longer. I talk about patience. I talk about compromise, communication, commitment, and respect. Tell me some of the things that you know can make a good relationship last long.
Julie.
I said, don't worry.
Okay.
My country.
Yeah, man.
Share your thoughts, guys. Share your thoughts. Hmm.
No, no, no.
So the streets of YouTube are going wild, and the reactors have a lot to say about the breakup of iammarwa and Rocio.
Yeah, man, yeah, man, hear you. Yeah, but nigga, no. So, no, still gonna talk and everything.
He's going to hospital.
I do believe that people need to, before they go enter into new relationship, I believe they need to get to know each other, and before they get into new relationship, they have to get over a heartbreak or get over a relationship that gives them heartache. They have to heal themselves from past mistakes, past relationship before they enter into a new relationship.
You know, yes, I want to know what you're
Just
doing.
take your time
What you're doing
and
there.
the card when I pass me, and you put it finish, and you take me and say, please carry back our car. Move
If I line up every time, you don't have to do that. I would still do that.
and maybe I just create my credit notes. So me work with that.
It's that was fix.
Pay just a know me. Just a know me.
Call me back.
Call me back.
Never
Oh,
call
me
you
not
back.
get back to you. I'm not gonna call you back. We're already talking to you. The continue to talk.
I just hope
No,
that my son will be safe. I hope that my son will not yes, you guys, because all of us, we have a son together. Things work out in relationships. And I don't want to add anything. I don't want to say, oh, I wish they were, I wish they didn't work out. The thing is, I just learned from the internet. You see, I'm saying this is the internet. Me, all I'm saying is, it's quite okay. And I don't want anybody on the other side to feel sorry for me. I want to tell you. I just hope that my son will be safe from pain and support the family. I hope that my son will not be used as a tool. Yes, you guys, because you as lovers, you have a son together, and then things didn't work out in the relationships. And I don't want to add anything. I don't want to say, oh, I wish they were, I wish they didn't work out. The thing is, I just learned from the internet. You see, I'm saying this as a friend. You better be careful being nasty to unknown people.
I met Marwa that he really expressed himself ready to say, let's try it. Come to Africa and let's do this. For me, it was extremely risky, yes. I was extremely doubtful, yes. I did know Marwa from before, no, not at all. We just met maybe for a week. And I had no idea who it was on the social media. I believe that sometimes people think I something too. And that's not true. I had no idea who he was. I didn't follow him. I didn't know about his existence, his relation, his history. I didn't know about anything. When I did a little research, I did love what I saw. Not really. And that one actually brought some doubts in should I really give it a try? But I didn't want
Then you get to some of the
the
stuff now, man,
internet
where you
or
have to try
used
for the words.
information and
She walk for the
judgmental
correct
about that because I know 100% that what you see on the videos is not the full picture. What you see on the video sometimes is not even the real person. So I really feel or felt that there was nothing for me to lose. I'm a bold woman. I took many risks before. I left my country alone and I traveled alone for 4 years before meeting Marwa. I am a very courageous woman. I'm a go-getter. I am most of the time, if it's God willing, it's God's willing. I get what I want. And I really felt my previous relationship, I was coming from a previous relationship of 5 years, and I had my couple of years single already, and I was feeling like I was ready for that next big stage. I wasn't looking for another boyfriend. That's why I was sharing at the beginning of the video, my heart was already set for my husband. I was and everything to be more intentional. Mara actually showed himself that way, and I didn't want those fears just to be. So I took the risk and I flew to another continent, to a new country, alone, to live with a man that I didn't know. I would do that again. I think yes, I would do that again. Like I don't regret that. Not really, because that was the one that was going to help me to get to know him, to see how he lives, the family, his background, where he's coming from. So no, I don't regret taking that risk at all. I do wish that maybe we would have had a longer time for him to show this
Guys,
care part.
so this is Russia's
I guess that's
publicly
what
announcing on YouTube that iammarwa and her break
so fast
relationship.
showed himself so
You can go and watch their channel.
confident about it. You know, like you don't meet people like that every single day.
So when you think of going into interracial relationship, you have to think about first when you think about going into interracial relationship. Guys, you can see right around here. Look at that right around here. You see I'm allergic to the milk. Anytime I drink milk, so what it does here, leave this pot around here. That's why I tell you I don't like to, I can't take, my body don't want the dairy products anymore. Oh my God. My body is rejecting the my body is rejecting. Look at this. My body is rejecting the milk. Look around here. So I'm gonna put some of this on it.
Yeah.
So you see what the dairy products cause.
What? Yeah, I know. Well, let us see if the wedding is. What comes from the
See, drinking milk, drinking anything, cheese, milk, anything with milk in there, it causes a lot of liver spot all around here.
Well, they have to. They have to. So one thing good with money, people in pocket. Mm-hmm.
I think it looks a little better around here now. So as I was saying, guys, when you're thinking about going into a relationship, interracial relationship, when you're thinking about going into interracial relationship, you first have to think: is this love? Is this love? You have to think about love, commitment, patience, respect. You have to think, learn the different cultures. You have to learn the other person, each other's culture. You have to know that you're gonna have to compromise if you want to be together, because people do things differently in other countries. Western cultures are different from African culture. So when you're going into a relationship, you have to know that you have to go work harder. You have to work harder in an interracial relationship than if you were gonna be in a relationship from your own country. You're gonna be The interracial relationship are difficult than relationships that you are the same cultures. So it comes with a lot of patience, a lot of hard work, a lot of commitment, a lot of compromising, a lot of understanding, and a lot of communication, learning each other's culture and belief and way of life, learning what they like and dislike. It takes more to be in an interracial relationship than if you are this of the same culture and the same background. I am not saying that it don't work, it works, but it takes a lot of commitment and patience and understanding. A lot of work need to be done. So a lot of interracial, and you have to go into the relationship. Why do I go into the relationship? Is it because I don't love my race? Is it because I believe that the other person's race is more is it because I think my race is more inferior to the other person's race? Is it because that race, when I'm in a relationship with that race, I can progress, I can, I can be recognized, I can be looked upon with respect? Is it because I'm going into this interracial relationship because I can get to be the citizens of another country? Can't find it. I can't find my thing. Maybe one something. So my thoughts and iammarwa and Kobe relationship is that they did not get time to understand each other and to understand their culture. She did not get time to understand African culture, and he did not get time to understand Western culture. He didn't understand that Western women don't commit easily. Western women don't commit easily. It's not like African women that are submissive. Why you think a lot of why you think a lot of white men and Chinese men are going after black women in Africa? Because they realize that the Western women and those other cultures, the women are not submissive, but the African woman is submissive. African culture teaches that the women are submissive. So that is why you see a lot of white men, Chinese and other cultures are looking for women specifically in the Africa, not even the Caribbean or the US or no other country, but they are looking specifically. If you look at the internet, you will realize that a lot of white men, Chinese men, Indians, and what are going down in Africa to find those women that are submissive. They're tired of the Western women. They're tired of the women, they will sue you, they will stand up with you. They will fight you. They do what they want to do. If they don't want to cook, they don't cook. If they want to go out with their friends, they go out. They're not submissive. So hi at Rainbow Princess 2440. Hi, how are you doing? So as you can see, I am here doing a video, and I don't know if you know this YouTuber by the name of iammarwa, and his baby mother Rosia. They're from Kenya. I don't know if you follow. There's a big YouTuber from Kenya, and his baby mother just came out and announced the breakup of the relationship. They had a little. I think our son less than 2 years old, and it is such a big thing on the YouTube street. A lot of reactors, negative reactors, are reacting it. So guess what? The YouTube street is full of drama at this time. The YouTube street is full of drama, and I'm just sharing with you guys, that interracial relationships are very hard. It takes a lot of work compared to if you're dating somebody in your own race. Mhm. How are you guys all doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever in the world you're viewing this live from. Good, have a pleasant and a happy day. Hey, yeah. Come on. Get this thing out of the way. Let me see. No, look good. We are far. Oh my gosh. You know, like cabbage and rice? I like your rice. Yes, so I believe that my 2 cents on the breakup of the relationship, I believe that the relationship breakdown and it was because of clash of culture. Clash of culture. That is what caused the relationship to break down. They did not understand and respect each other's culture, and they did not want to compromise. Is my way or no way? I also think that on Russia's part, I think that she really wanted to come because a woman when she have a son, when she have a child with a man, she don't really want to she don't really want to live and can have a stable home. I believe in Russia's position at first want to marry for iammarwa to marry her. When she got pregnant, she really wanted him to marry to her. But as I said before, they did not get to know each other well. So by the time they come to live together and to know each other, she got pregnant. And during the pregnancy, when woman is pregnant, their hormones all over the place, and she's showing that part of her that he don't understand as a African man, thinking that she's not submissive, that she's not respectful, and so forth. And the two cultures collide, and then he look at her from the pregnancy that no, this woman is not gonna commit, no, because it is his first child, so he never experienced a woman pregnant and have different emotion during pregnancy. So maybe the African women when they are pregnant, then they are more submissive and they make sure they keep their emotions in check. But they don't show it, they learn to cope with it. But Western women are not like that. So from the pregnancy, she got pregnant, a lot of things change, and she's looking at him in a different eye, and he's looking at her in a different eye. And after that, after the pregnancy, he was not there for the birth of, he did not want to come and view the birth of their child. And in a Western culture, women would like to see their men, with them while they're giving birth. But in an African culture, men are not supposed to view their women having given birth. And so that's a culture shock and clash of culture. And she did not like that. And the relationship get worse and worse even after the child, that it come to the point that she don't even want to marry to him anymore. She want to go back to her country. And it come to the point where but Mara might have been saying, this woman is not submissive, this woman might be a gold digger, this woman don't get along with my family, and she might want to marry me to get what I want, all that I have, and take it away. So he was treading carefully.
This is the price change, right?
Cover the phone again.
So
I think I come from this generation where everyone is learning to let go and this fear of commitment that everybody has. So that was a shocking expression, and I kind of liked it. I liked it. And he claimed that I could trust him. I did find some lies after he met me and he went and kept on meeting other women and stuff like that. And he was promising that nothing was happening. A woman always finds the truth. Long time after that, yes. Long time after that. It was that moving to Kenya, start living together in this moment where I think is very interesting and important. I don't know the word in English right now, but it's especially when the man is trying to conquer the woman and going on dates and showing this interest. That kind of disappeared when I moved to Kenya because I found this very busy man in the middle of a huge party with a lot of people, and then it was in the environment. I really risk it all. I really risk it all because I moved to this village where there's actually not a lot of things to do, or at least things that please me to do. To also like continue with my life the way that it was used to, trying to have the activities that I used to have, and surroundings, the environment, everything was very, very different. And it became very lonely for me as well. Then the pregnancy happened very fast. Yes, that happened very, very fast. Do I regret? Not at all. Not at all, because my child has been the biggest blessing for me. And that's the thing when I take a look back and I wonder why all these things happen, maybe I remember the ugly part of it. And when I wonder how did I allow myself to be in that position to tolerate those things, etc. The only answer that comes to my mind that brings me peace is because Maisha was meant to be born. Maisha was meant to be born with Rocio as a mother and Marwa as a father. At least that's the one that brings me an answer that brings peace to my heart. Culturally, yes, I started to realize, it's not that I knew, I didn't know. As I'm telling you, I jumped. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I didn't even did a research on how Kenyan culture was, how the African men were. I didn't do anything. I didn't overthink. I just went. And so that's when I started to understand that culturally we were very, very opposite in many things. I come from one of the most affectionate.
My favorite website is Google.
Probably you can figure out other places.
Today, I want to publicly announce that Marwa and I are separated. I do appreciate that my relationship with Marwa changed my mindset about motherhood. It opened my heart to motherhood, so I'm very grateful for that. I'm very sorry for the very ugly part that we went through. For when I said hurtful things to you, and I forgive you for things that happened to me. And I just hope that we can do the best for Maisha, a mother and a father. I do hope that you take responsibility and you do things right. Kids don't just grow. And I know that your story, the way you grow up and everything, that you can create a new story for your son because God is giving you that opportunity.
You don't matter if it's long or short. It matter?
Long.
Today, I want to announce
the
that
people.
Marwa and I
You've
are
heard it
separated.
before that.
I do appreciate that my relationship with Marwa changed my mindset about motherhood.
Oh, we are looking. Oh, something forgive me?
I didn't even come to you as yet, no? You realize?
Very ugly part.
I didn't even come to you as it, you know.
For
You
when I
realize?
said hurtful things to you. And I forgive
Calm
you
down.
for things that you did to me. And I just hope that we can do the best for Maisha, a mother and a father. I do hope that you take responsibility and you do things right. Kids don't just grow. And I know that your story, the way you grow up and everything, but you can create a new story for your son. Because God is giving you that opportunity. Today, I want to publicly announce that Marwa and I are separated. I do appreciate that my relationship with Marwa changed my mindset about motherhood. It opened my heart to motherhood, so I'm very grateful for that. I'm very sorry for the very ugly part that we went through. For when I said hurtful things to you, and I forgive you for the things that you did to me. And I just hope that we can do the best for Maisha, as a mother and a father. I do.
Person not hear me.
That's a lot more to know. First,
Easiness. Easiness for the signal crooked now.
Come here.
Yes, dear. I never hear it properly. Yeah, what you say? We're up to now.
I like it. The late time she can come to. No, I mean like the one them where them like she know me talk like comfortable that she normally send them with the approval from front and so. Yeah, not the Mary no. No, no, no. She know what that's it.
We put this next story on Facebook, and tens of thousands of you have already shared it. A woman gives birth to the largest baby ever delivered at St. Joseph's Women's Hospital in Tampa. But as ABC Action News health reporter Linda Hurtado found out, there's even more to this story that has people saying, wow.
Before I knew it, he was already coming out. It was too late to turn back, so.
Maxandra Ford knows all about giving birth. She has two other children. Doctors told her she was probably carrying a bigger baby this time. She figured around 10 pounds.
When I felt his head come out, I knew he was bigger than 10 pounds. And I was like, oh my goodness. And they were like, stop pushing, stop pushing.
But after 18 hours of labor, she couldn't stop pushing and delivered Avery the old-fashioned way. Naturally.
I was cussing up a storm. I was like, yeah, it was bad.
Once Mom had recovered from the impact of that delivery, she asked,
oh, does anybody know how much my baby weighed? And they were like, oh my God, your baby weighed 14 pounds and 1 ounce. What? My baby weighed what? Your baby is adorably huge.
So huge, Dad's already laying out Avery's future.
I got a linebacker now, so fullback.
But here's an even more shocking fact. Maxandra didn't even know she was pregnant with Avery until her third trimester. Avery's been in the neonatal intensive care since his birth January.
Hello, welcome to...
Andrea,
No.
morning or afternoon? Only Hamilton, right?
You don't want to try inside of
He will still work on the 13th of February, which is the Friday, right? And have a taxi claim for him, right? And the taxi claim from the 13th of the 2nd.
Guys, this is just my little 2 cents. I'm gonna end this video. You can, guys, you can subscribe to iammarwa at iammarwa, and you can subscribe to at Bear Travels, and you can follow the story. I was just giving a reaction and my thoughts on their breakup, so you can follow them and get more information at iammarwa and at Bear Travels, and you'll get the full details of their lives and their separation and everything. So bye bye for
Then we
now.
never pay the taxi, then if we not resubmit the taxi, why the taxi take off after the time sheet? No, it take off on the time sheet totally. Jordan Lee Brown take